Welcome to Operation Healing Heroes. Join us today as we feature Army and Air Force veteran Lucas and Danay DePierre.
These are the faces of heroes. Many still bearing the invisible wounds of war, PTSD, and trauma.
I left Vietnam, but Vietnam never left me. That's how I'm living.
Why did I come back?
Why are they gone and I'm not? You know, what have I done to deserve to be here?
Our mission is listening and hearing, helping and healing for those who sacrificed and those who continue to sacrifice. The mission today and every day is Operation Healing Heroes. Brought to you by Great Clips. Just off Manasota Key in beautiful southwest Florida, you'll find the aquamarine waters of Lemon Bay. Today, we'll be spending some time around Stump Pass, enjoying the scenic waterways, the abundant wildlife, and of course, the world-class fishing. For Lucas and Danay DePierre, raising their son Everett in southwest Florida is a welcome change from the cold winters of New Hampshire.
Yeah, it's basically vacation every day, and a lot of our friends and family, I think they stopped replying to our Snapchats and our texts of the pool and in the beach. I don't know if it's just overkill. I mean, it's never too much for us. We can't get over it every single day. It's amazing to live here. The community is incredible as well.
So I know we've been living in our beach walk community now for a while, and we absolutely love it. What's not to love, right? But I'm interested in learning more about your military service and the time that you guys spent defending our freedom and our country. So I'm really excited about today. I mean, I know it's about fishing and catching fish and going swimming and having fun, but I'm really excited about learning more about what you guys did for our country and provided us with this, which is absolutely awesome.
We're excited to tell you.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. My parents went through a pretty rough divorce. My dad was military the whole time I was growing up.
So your dad was an Air Force guy, and you wound up in the Army. How'd that work?
I was a very confident person, just kind of didn't like people telling me what to do, and if I set my mind to something, I was just gonna do it.
Good for you.
Miss Independent type person, I still am.
Yeah.
But essentially, I wanted to do something badass. I wanted to do something, if I was gonna go for it, I was gonna go for it, and I felt like I wanted to go all in and potentially get into some of the crazy stuff. And I have always been an adrenaline junkie, and so I felt like that was more me.
Yeah.
I wasn't really trying to have a steady career or anything at that point. If I wanted that, I probably would have taken a different route. But I was looking for adventure, and I thought that Army would be more of an adventure, but my dad almost killed me when he figured out that I did that and that I didn't go the Air Force or
something safe.
Oh yeah, so his reaction was, why are you doing that? He was not happy with me at first.
And your answer was to what?
I said, I don't need to be treated like a princess, Dad. I'm pretty sure was my response. And he said, all right, we'll talk in a few years. And then I got deployed to overseas, and then we talked a few years later.
Lucas would join the military after encouragement from Danay.
When it really got serious for me is when Danay and I started to kind of reconnect. She told me to go in the Air Force because it's better. She even admitted that. We get hotels, we don't have to sleep out in tents, the food's better and all that. So she actually brought me to the recruiter.
Operation Healing Heroes is brought to you by Great Clips, Creval Boats, and by Suzuki Marine.
Operation Healing Heroes is a nonprofit organization dedicated to documenting the lives of our U.S. military veterans. In addition, we also provide financial support and treatment for post-traumatic stress. Your donation will help heal our heroes.
Hello, my name is Roger Taylor. I'm with Creval Boats, and I want to let you know that we are proud sponsors of Operation Healing Heroes. A lot of people know us for our fishability on our hybrid boats, but I got to tell you, we are a family-oriented fishing boat. Look at what we're doing here today. We're getting out on the sandbar. We got these unique people out here that have served our country, and we really are very, very proud of them. Get your family, get your grandkids out here, whoever it may be, your friends. Just come and enjoy the day on a Creval boat.
So do you attribute your success now as an individual in the workforce to your military career?
1,000%. It really set a lot of good discipline in me and, helped with my morale and confidence in that sense, and actually really kind of propelled me to be like a leader in a sense. Again, Danay was one that really helped me get to that point too. She didn't, she was encouraging about it, showed me the benefit of it, and it brought a lot out of me that wasn't at the forefront, for sure.
It was Danay's father, a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force, who would swear her in to the United States Army.
It was a good moment. It was probably the first moment that I felt really connected to my dad in a long time, and I think our bond really grew because we had something in common for the first time that I remember in my life. I did end up leaving 3 days after I graduated high school, so I remember my mom threw a combination graduation / Danay going away to the military party, and I was young and right out of high school, and I was gone.
So tell me about basic training.
So I went into basic, ready to go.
Yeah.
Hot out the gate, just so confident, and I was strong from being a gymnast. I could do push-ups just like the guys. I was physically very fit, very confident mentally, and it wasn't long into basic that I ended up getting a blister on my heel just from the boots. They give you, standard issue boots, and we marched a lot. Doesn't seem like a big deal, right? So I kept an eye on it, and then it kept growing and getting worse, and I went to my drill sergeant and I said, hey, I noticed some other people have had to go to sick call. I've seen some other people go for blisters. Do I need to go? Can you just check this out? And the response I got was, I thought you were one of the tough ones. Like, I was counting on you to be one of the women that is not trying to take the easy road or cry baby and all that, right? There was a change in the demeanor of my drill sergeant as soon as I asked if I could basically
Get this checked out or
get it checked out. So for me, I didn't want to disappoint anybody. I thought, wow, they believe in me. They think I can be one of the good ones, so I'm gonna try to power through. So I said, okay, never mind, right? And I went back and we kept marching, and the blister kept getting worse and worse, and I went again and said, hey, it's getting worse. Should I go now? No, you're fine. It's a blister. You're a soldier, And then I woke up one morning and it wasn't just a blister anymore. It was, my whole foot was infected very badly and all sorts of colors that it shouldn't be, and I had blood clots trailing up my leg, and I said, now should I go? And the look changed a lot.
Operation Healing Heroes is brought to you by Great Clips, Beach Walk by Minnesota Key, and by Blue Water Boat Club.
I don't think there's any fish left in that rod. Did you know that there's fish in rods? Did you know that? There's only like so many fish that you can catch in one rod, and then after that you gotta retire the rod. Did you know that? If you'd like to see more behind-the-scenes footage, follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you'd like to learn more and go deeper into the subject of healing, tune in to the all-new Operation Healing Heroes podcast, Feel the Heal. Hear from veterans, first responders, doctors, nonprofit leaders, and Gold Star families as they share powerful stories of hope, healing, and resiliency. Tune in and feel the heal.
After being sent to the hospital for a severely infected foot, Danay was sent back to her unit in a walking boot and expected to continue marching.
I was in one of those little raised walking boots and trying to keep up and continuing to go to my doctor's appointments, and I'm trying to march with my group, and over time, my hip started hurting, the opposite hip from that boot.
Trying to compensate.
I was compensating, leaning, and it didn't feel right. So I ended up graduating basic training. I got through everything that I needed to, but my hip didn't feel right going into AIT. My confidence was shot. I didn't feel the way that I did when I came in, and essentially I ended up then compensating for my hip to my opposite foot, so my opposite foot started having issues, and I was kind of a hot mess when I got into AIT, mentally, physically, and from there I struggled a lot in my training. I ended up like having to be at appointments for my hip, my foot, bone scans, MRIs, all these things, trying to figure out what was going on, and I just lost all of that confidence in myself and got to a pretty dark spot at one point in my training. I ended up reclassing to a different job.
So that kind of deflates the whole ego as far as wanting to do what you joined the military for.
Right. Yeah, I joined the military to be a medic. I wanted to do that. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world, the coolest job that you could have, and then my whole reason for joining really was gone. I was in logistics from that point, which I didn't want to do logistics. I don't care about working in a warehouse. I was, you know, the whole reason was gone, and I was deflated, and my past started creeping in, and I ended up eventually, I actually tried to commit suicide. I've never told anybody that besides him.
Oh my gosh.
Failed.
Thank God.
Luckily.
Thank God. I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry.
Don't be.
But when that didn't work, thank God, it set a fire inside of me to get back to that person that I remember, who was confident and nothing could touch her. And
Look at you now. See, God has plans for all of us.
yeah, so from there I said, listen, I'm never gonna slack in school again. I'm never gonna give it half effort ever again. And I ended up, for this stupid logistics job that I never wanted, I ended up as the honor grad, and I put my mind to it, and I said, you know what? I'm here now. I have no choice. This is what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna do it.
Best.
Give it all I got. And
For you.
and that's how I try to do everything now. It's like I got a second chance, I guess, right?
Yep.
And so that's how I try to live my life now. And
Good for you.
not that I'm glad that that happened, but I don't think I would be as strong as I am now.
Two quick things. Losing one veteran to suicide is too many. Statistics say that up to 22 veterans a day take their own lives. Operation Healing Heroes can help. Number two, we need your help. We can't do it alone. Log on to operationhealingheroes.org and help us in our mission to continue healing our heroes.
Warrior Canine Connection enlists recovering warriors in a therapeutic mission of learning to train service dogs for their fellow veterans. Visit warriorcanineconnection.org for more information.
If you'd like to personally thank a veteran that you've seen in one of our episodes or nominate a veteran to be featured in a future episode, log on to our website, operationhealingheroes.org.
Operation Healing Heroes is brought to you by Battle-Born Batteries, Wiley X, and by Hoist Hydration. After her unsuccessful suicide attempt, a switch had flipped inside of Danay. Feeling like her old self again, Danay would qualify as an expert marksman, earning her the nickname Top Shot in her battalion.
I actually got the nickname with my leadership, Top Shot. And I mean, my first sergeant, everybody that knew me in leadership, that was, what's up, Top Shot? My battalion commander thought that was pretty cool, that I was this little girl and was the top shot and beat all the guys in my battalion. I just went full throttle. I did everything to the, best of my ability. I went into my deployment with that, and eventually it led me to become a 240 Bravo gunner for convoy security missions in Kuwait and Iraq.
While she was deployed, her proud father would literally count the days until her return.
That was your decision, to be a gunner on top of an MRAP doing convoy security between Kuwait and Iraq. And I fully supported it. I was very concerned. Matter of fact, after you left, I got this hat that I'm wearing now. It says, I never met a real hero until my daughter became one. And that's how I felt. So on my hat, I wore this every day that you were over in the Gulf. I put hash marks along the side of it for every day that you were gone, that I was wearing it, until you came home safely.
But when I got home, my mom ended up kind of putting a little birdie in my ear that this one over here kept asking about me.
And shortly after, Danay would convince Lucas that the Air Force was the right path for him. Fate would take its course.
But we got engaged basically right after I got home from basic. Like I said, I'm afraid of where I would have ended up if it wasn't for her. She's, I said it, she's caring, she's loving, she's gorgeous. And the love that she has for me and the support that she had for me to go in and change my life and saw the potential that I had. You're gonna have downs and all of that, but how we both came out of where we were in our lives really to where we are now is pretty incredible I think for what we grew up with, you know what I mean?
And it's pretty amazing that you guys both kind of attribute the military to being able to do that for you, which is awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's great to hear that you guys are two success stories where two completely different stories, but the reality is it did the same thing for both of you guys. Right. And that's awesome to hear that. And it's encouraging because someone who's thinking about going into the military right now may hear this story and say, hey, listen, that's me. I need that. I need that in my life right now. I need the structure. I need the discipline. I need the encouragement. Mm-hmm. And to hear you guys talk about that, it's enlightening for me.
Lucas and I have been married for 10 years this month, and we have a 6-year-old boy who is wild, just like his mom and dad. But our goal now is to make sure that we're raising him to become the type of person worth fighting for. We signed a blank check, and it was to defend our country and to serve for everybody, serve for people like our son and you. So we try to have those discussions about what being a veteran means and what it means to have to fight for freedom. It's not just free. The military is how we have that.
We want to say thanks to your mom and dad for their time in service. Remember how they're veterans and they served for us, right? So we got Mom a rod here, and it says, in appreciation of your sacrifice and service, and it has her name on it.
Super cool.
And then all of a sudden we got one for Dad too, for his time in service. You like this one? This one, again, has your name on there.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Awesome.
And then guess what? We got one more rod.
No way.
Whose name is on here?
How cool is
You
that?
got your own fishing rod now.
I'll take that one.
You got to look
Oh
official.
my gosh. How
Look
cool.
at this.
Here.
Now you get your own
Here.
fishing jersey. And whose name is that on there?
Hold on, your mic's on there. Leave that on for now.
We can grab some.
Here's one for you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you for your service. Thanks for sharing your story. We appreciate you
Of course,
guys.
this is so cool.
There you go, brother.
Oh man.
Love it.
Appreciate you,
Yeah,
man. Thank
thanks
you so
for giving
much.
out. Appreciate you.
If you'd like to personally thank a veteran that you've seen in one of our episodes or nominate a veteran to be featured in a future episode, log on to our website, operationhealingheroes.org, and click on the nominate button.